I'd been in an infantry battalion and we'd had a lot of people killed and wounded and so on. So, I was affected, and it took me quite a long time to settle down. There were people in there and desks and piles of paper. And I said to Phil, look, Phil, I don't know anything about the Vietnam Veterans Association. I know even less about Agent Orange. But what I can see is you need a filing system. And so for the next 3 or 4 weeks, I set up a filing system in the office. And of course, setting up a filing system, you have to read every document. And what I read really troubled me. There were 66 million litres of herbicides sprayed over South Vietnam, and there was a significant portion of that over the Australian area of operations, Phuoc Tuy Province. What is not in doubt is that every soldier had the potential for exposure, and under veterans law, if you like, repatriation law, veterans are given the benefit of the doubt. The Royal Commission had identified that there were cancers that under veterans law should be accepted for compensation, and so did the appeals tribunals. So the appeals tribunals and the Royal Commission seemed to be on one side and the department on the other. And then the US Academy of Science put out its first mega study on the effects of Agent Orange, and they came out with a list of cancers, and that changed everything. Of course, now there's a long list of cancers that are accepted for compensation. One of the reasons why the Vietnam Veterans Association and other such organisations exist is because it's enormously stressful for somebody to put in a claim. And people are very easily put off. They say, I can't take it anymore. They're knocked back. Oh, okay, I'll forget about it. I mean, I've known several people who've committed suicide and known of a lot more. And what you're doing is desperately trying to get the system going so that such people are given hope, Vietnam veterans were seen as angry. We're probably no more angry than people from any other war, but we expressed it publicly and didn't resile from harsh criticism of whoever we felt should be criticised, and that included governments and bureaucrats and anybody.